And thank you to every single person that's joined us this evening. Tonight, I'm talking to you about X39, this little patch. Now, I'll be honest, when I looked at this the first time, my good friend Chris Hutton presented this to me about 18 months ago. I laughed at him. I was like, buddy, why are you so excited about the little patch? And he was like, my brain fog went away in 5 days. Go do your research and tell me what you think. His timing couldn't have been better because I was about to go visit my mom and she had serious back pain. So what I did was I investigated this for 5 days, um, and I came to the conclusion that we have to try. Now, my mom at that stage had a cushion in between a L4, L5 vertebra, busy disintegrating in a debilitating pain. I get to her in Cape Town, quickly tell her about X39, and I tell her, Mom, let's see what it can do. I stuck the patch there where her pain was on her back, and I left her, and I'll never forget it. It was about 45 minutes later, she came back into the room where I was sitting and white in the face. She's like, my pain's gone. What is this? That then kicked the door open. Guys, I'm just going to mute everybody there, and then at the end, we can open up for a Q&A. Uh, I mean, it took my mom's back pain away in literally 45 minutes. 3 months later, I get a call from her. She was so excited. She picked something up off the floor for the first time in 2.5 years. And this was before her operation. And when I saw the results with her, I felt obligated to start sharing it with a couple of my friends. And the results we've been seeing is just incredible. Every week, I'm still blown away with what this little patch can do for people's health, especially people that's got serious conditions. So let me get started right there. Can you guys see my screen there? I just want to actually take this video off there. Um, Fantastic. I hope you guys can see my screen. You can maybe just give me a thumbs up there. So, have you been patched yet? All this little patch is going to do, it's going to elevate, activate, and regenerate your body's own stem cells. And it's doing it completely naturally without drugs and medication. And I'm going to dig a bit deeper so you can see exactly how this works. So, the New England Journal of Medicine has stated that the number one indicator of wellness is directly correlated to the number of adult stem cells in the bloodstream. A stem cell are cells with the potential to develop into any kind of cell needed, and they have incredible ability to heal and repair any organ or tissue. And that is incredible. The fact that we can wake up our body's own stem cells, it's like a blank cell. If your heart needs repair, it can go to your heart. If your liver needs repair, it can go to your liver. If your eyes needs repair, it can go to your eyes. And that is very, very exciting. So why the X39 stem cell activation patch? The fewer stem cells you have, the faster you age and the slower you heal. Now, I'm sure many people on the call here, you've realized after the age of 40, when you hurt yourself, it takes a bit longer to recover. And anybody over the age of 60, it takes a bit longer. And that is directly connected to the active stem cells in the bloodstream. Now, as a teenager, you have about 1 billion active stem cells. By age 30, that number has dropped to 400 million, which is about a 60% reduction. By age 60, this number has dropped to 100 million, which is about a 90% reduction. And thank goodness we have X39 because we can now start waking up our body's own stem cells. So how does the X39 work? The process is called phototherapy. So did you know when you walk outside in the sun and the sun hits your skin, your brain actually produces vitamin D? The patch works in exactly the same way. The only difference is this patch activates a peptide in your blood that then wakes up the body's own stem cells. And this is all happening naturally. It's completely non-invasive, non-transdermal, and it's made from 3M medical grade adhesive. The patch has no drugs in it. It's not a drug. It's called a medical device, and it's just organic nanocrystals. And it literally sends a signal to the brain. The body starts waking up its own stem cells, and then that stem cell becomes this heat-seeking missile that just goes on this repair mission in the body, and it just starts going after inflammation. Now, 1 in 10,000 people is allergic to the adhesive of any plaster or band-aid. If that is the case, you can take X39 and stick it on the inside of your shirt. It just needs to touch your skin. It doesn't have to be on it. It's actually the body's heat that activates this process. And I really like that. So anyone can use it. So why do you want to activate your stem cells? What is going to happen when you start doing this every day? I very quickly told you the story of my mom. We saw very, very quick pain relief with her. Sometimes it takes a bit longer. I'm going to touch on that in a second. And the reason why we see such incredible results with pain is because what X39 is really good at doing, it goes after inflammation. And that is amazing. It's doing it naturally. If we can reduce the inflammation, then we can get rid of the symptom. And that's what I love about this technology. It's actually going after the cause of problems that people are having. It also supports wound healing. So if you hurt yourself because you've activated your stem cells, you'll recover a lot quicker. Energy and vitality is a really big one for me. I work hard. I start early in the morning. Some nights I work till late, and I don't have that dip in energy in the afternoon anymore. I just go, go, go all day long, and I love it. One of the things that's also really improved on my side is my sleep. I sleep a lot better. And when I wake up with a bang. There's no lag, and I love that. So mental clarity is a really big one for me as well. So I told you my business partner's brain fog went away in 5 days. You all know brain fog. It feels like you fuzzy, can't focus properly. With me, it took a bit longer. It was about 3 weeks, and I could literally feel the clarity in my brain coming back. And that's a really big thing. If you think better, you start making better decisions, not only for your business and your health, and that has an amazing ripple effect over time. It also enhances sports performance. And on that note, even people who are healthy should use this technology, and sports people, because it's going to give you increased strength, increased stamina, and it's going to help you recover quicker from exercise. And that's basically the trinity of what athletes are looking for. And then, of course, the big one here is also improved skin appearance. And we're going to touch on that in a minute. So how to wear X39? You wear the patch for 12 hours on, 12 hours off to repair and rejuvenate. Now, they've done testing for this, and they tested that if there's a resting period, the patches work better. And the rejuvenation actually happens in the resting period. So me personally, I stick my X39 on first thing in the morning. I take it off 12 hours later and just rinse and repeat. You want to do this every day. In America, they say throw away the patch. What I see people in South Africa is doing, they either give their patch that they wore to their spouse or one of their furry friends, either dogs or cats, and also seeing amazing results doing that. You then put on a new patch and repeat. Now, on this note, X39 wakes up a couple thousand stem cells every day, and you want to do this every day because that has a compounding effect. And that's why we see such incredible results over time. You can wear more than one patch at a time. And one thing to always mention, drink plenty of water. It helps to hydrate the body, and it actually assists with the patches in communication of the different frequencies. Now, there are two places where they've done the testing for X39. The one is in the base of the neck, or 3 fingers below the belly button. But in my mom's case, her back was sore in a specific place, and we put it on there exactly where the pain was, and it worked great. So let's say your hip is sore or your neck, you can put it there where the pain is. And I like that. It almost has that thermal patch, like a Transact plaster effect. if you put it there where the pain is. So then long-term results of X39 is quite impressive. So in the first few days, 4,000 genes begin to reset. Within 6 weeks, we see the brain becomes balanced. We see decreased symptoms of PTSD, anxiety, and depression. And that for me is a really big one. A lot of people are depressed and they don't even know it. And it's amazing that we can help with that by just applying X39 for 6 weeks. So within 3 months, we start seeing the collagen increased in the body. Now, collagen is amazing. It's a protein that's necessary in all the organs. And now we start seeing decreased in wrinkles, hair growth increases the structural integrity of both skeletal and muscular systems. And I love that. We all need a bit of that. Now, within 6 months, we start seeing the heart reverse in age. In a recent study, 14 out of 15 people lowered their vascular age by an average of 8 years just after 6 months of using X39. It's not anti-aging, it's age reversing, and that's from our CEO and inventor of LifeWave, David Schmidt. Now, when I first looked at that, I was like, you're right. How can this reverse the heart in age? Your heart never stops beating, and if it stops beating, you fall over. And was about August last year where we saw the proof of that, and I couldn't believe what I saw. And I just very quickly want to show it to you. So I'm not gonna read the whole testimony. Please speak to the person that invited you to this call. This testimony is available to read. But I just quickly wanted to show you the scans. So this was a lady. She went to a cardiologist. She took scans over a 5-month period. And just look here. This is what the heart looks like. Now, if you see red, that's inflammation. You can see the heart is working hard there. This was halfway through the 5 months. Let's call it 2.5 months later. And look at that redness slowly but surely going in the heart. And then this was like 5.5 months later. And when I saw this inflammation reduction in the heart, it got me really excited, because if it can do that for your heart, can you imagine all your other organs? So let me just get back here. So it was quite amazing to see the proof of the heart reversing in age. Now, with X39, there's a 90-day protocol. So David Schmidt advises to use the patches for a minimum of 90 days for optimum results. Although that is the recommendation, we have seen results within weeks, days, hours, or minutes, or even seconds. Every person's body is different. Now, just on this note, if you're dealing with any serious medical conditions, I would add another month for every decade you are old. Some of these conditions take decades to get to where they are, where they need attention. So you can't just expect the patches to make magic within the first 30 days. So just take note of that, and always drink lots of water. So when I saw this the first time, it really blew me away. This was a participant. She's 77 years old. It's a brain scan. It's a topography map. And she placed X39 at the back of her neck. Now, if you look here at session 1, you can see the redness around the cell. There's so much inflammation in the cell, inflammation in the brain, very little stem cell activity, lack of brain coherence. And you can see the cell's not happy. 3 weeks later, on X39, and look at that. The inflammation outside the cell is almost completely gone. Well, it's basically completely gone. And then there's this little speck of inflammation in the middle of the cell. You can see no more inflammation, improved brain coherence. And look at this last shot here. This was 6 weeks later. A complete turnaround, improved stem cell activity, better brain coherence. If you look at these two pictures, the 1 and 3, closely, you will see the cell is actually rejoined. So when David said it's not age reversing, yeah, we're almost seeing that on a cellular level. Now, what excites me about this is these are brain cells. Now, can you imagine that happening within your heart cells, your liver cells, your kidney cells, every organ, and then eventually the skin? I mean, it is a really, really big breakthrough. So inflammation reduction, this was very, very quickly. Sorry, let me just take a sip of water there. It is not always this quick, but in these two cases, it was within 30 minutes. If you look at this guy's back here, I mean, red means he's in pain. And just look at that reduction after 30 minutes. This lady here on the right, she has arthritis, and you can see how quickly it helped the inflammation in the hands there. Quite amazing. If you look at inflammation reduction within animals, this was a horse that was patched. Look at the difference in his coat. Just amazing. And then if you look at the heart here, just how the inflammation in the body is going away. This is over a period of time, but it's amazing that we can do that even for horses, dogs, or cats, or pretty much anything with a heartbeat. So X39 and some of the age reversal things we've seen, and this is for the ladies. I'm sure you're going to really like these shots. If you look at the top left corner, this is a lady. She's actually 69 years old. And this was on day 1. You can see the bags under her eyes. Day 42, the bags under her eyes slowly disappearing. And then day 355. Just look at that complete turnaround. Her neck is tightened up. Her face is straightened out. All the wrinkles are gone, the blemishes. She really looks a lot better. The photo here in the middle, I mean, look at this lady's crow's feet. That's a normal problem. Get these wrinkles in the corner of your eyes, and this was in 45 days. This one here on the right always wows me. This was also after 1 year. Look at the difference of her eyes. You can literally see the light coming back in there. And then also her neck, how her neck has straightened out. And that's why it's quite exciting for the people that use this over the long term. This lady, bottom left corner, was 9 weeks. Also, a big difference. Some of the blemishes in her face are going away, and also a really big reversal there in 9 weeks. The 1 year bottom right corner was within 5 months. And I think this was also a really big turnaround. I mean, you can see her mouth start drooping and just completely reversed over 5 months. And that's really, really exciting. What excites me to see these pictures on the face and the skin is it's a reflection of what happened inside the body as well. And that for me is amazing. Vitiligo, it's amazing that we're seeing results for that. This was a fellow after 3 months, and just look at the reduction there. This guy was after, this was after, I think, 6 months. And I actually friended him on Facebook. You must see what he looks like. It's almost completely gone. Quite amazing the difference here. Top right, bottom right corner there. This was a scar that was repaired. And just look there. I mean, 12 days. In a normal scenario, this is many weeks before you get the skin to repair like that. Bottom left corner here, Bell's palsy, serious, tough thing to have. Um, and I mean, just look there. The face actually starts spasming. This was after 3 months, almost back to normal. Psoriasis, also very tough thing, autoimmune disease. And look here, this is in 10 days. Is everybody with psoriasis going to experience this in 10 days? Probably not, but it's amazing that we're seeing results for psoriasis and many other skin conditions. So, just a couple more pictures here. If you look at this guy's leg, I mean, literally seeing the life coming back into it within 5 days. This lady in the bottom here, look at the swelling on her feet. And this was after 3 weeks. And when I love the scan of the blood slide analysis. This was 10 minutes. It was a lady, she took a blood slide before she wore the patch. She put the patch on, and then 10 minutes later, they took another one. And to see the cells actually getting oxygenated gets me excited, because oxygen in the cells can do a lot in the body. But then we're also waking up the stem cells in the blood, which is also groundbreaking. So it's quite awesome to see proof of that on blood slides. So here's some scar healing. Sorry for the gory pictures. Top left corner, this was in 21 days. This lady hurt her skin, and just look there. Big turnaround. This fellow on the right, he had a snowboarding accident. He actually had to go for a job interview. His mom had some patches. He's like, come, let's try this. And within 5 days, I mean, you can just see this little scar here on his lip. Quite amazing. This older fellow, bottom left corner, he definitely had a hard tumble. You can see he's wearing more than one patch, but just look at that turnaround. I mean, almost good as new, maybe even a little better. And then bottom right corner, this was a child that severed his finger in a door. They begged the doctor to sew it back on, and he didn't want to. And this is after 21 days. I mean, that finger basically looks brand new. Any other situation, this is a 3 to 6 month exercise to make it look like that. So amazing that that's the results we saw there. For hair loss, a big thing. We've seen great results with that. This was in 7 weeks. Just look how that filled out nicely. This fella here on the right had a really big hair loss problem, turned it around completely in 3 months. This guy at the bottom left corner, I always like looking at this picture. Not only is his hair filling out, but you can see it's getting darker again. So the original hair color is actually coming back, and I love that. Literally seeing the hair de-aging as well. So athletes on the patches, this all started in 2004 with our first product called Energy Enhancer. This was Michael Phelps using it in the 2004 Olympics. This is actually a long story. This is where it all started. A doctor through a doctor through a doctor knew a doctor that was coaching the Olympic swimming team, and they started using Energy Enhancer. The team did so well that the Olympic Committee actually stripped them of all their medals because they thought they were doping. And David Schmidt, the creator of X39 and the inventor, had to fly there, and he had to go prove to them that there's no drugs in the patches. They got vindicated. And it's amazing that this is where it started basically 20 years ago. You see Serena Williams also using Energy Enhancer, David Beckham also using the Energy Enhancer. And I love this patch. It gives you energy without stimulants, which is quite amazing. So the guy here on the right is Lorenzo Savadori. He sticks the X39 right on his forehead, puts on his helmet, and then drives on a superbike really fast. And he uses it for concentration. And I love that. I think any athlete that's serious about sport should be wearing this because it could help them a lot. So just to go through some of the products now, on this note, X39 is our flagship product. You start there. This is the product that wakes up the stem cells, and that is groundbreaking. We do have supporting products, but if you can just be consistent with X39, I think you'll be very surprised at what it can do for you. Just to quickly go through some of the supporting products, we've got Ice Wave, which helps with pain reduction. It is an incredible product. It doesn't mask the pain, it releases it. They've actually done testing with Ice Wave in 5 hospitals in Europe, and the doctor said if it had a more than 30% success rate, they'll look at it. They tested it with 150 patients, and when it came back, it had a 97% success rate. And quite amazing that we've got a pain patch with no side effects, also without drugs and medication. We've got glutathione, which is a really strong immune booster and an antioxidant. It's actually 300 times stronger than any other glutathione supplement that you can take. We've got carnosine that helps with brain function, memory, and focus. It also lengthens the telomeres. Aeon is one of my favorite patches. It helps with inflammation. It's called the Happy Patch. It reduces stress. We got Silent Nights that helps regulate your sleeps, and it increases your melatonin. Energy Enhancer, where this all started. And then SP6 helps with weight and appetite and aids in hormones and aids in digestion. And then X49 is like the booster patch for 39. It helps with muscle mass, bone density, and heart health. And then the one patch that's not on here that's just been released is Alivida, which is our first collagen patch. And we're very, very excited about that. That's opened up a whole new avenue. And people are seeing incredible results increasing their collagen with that patch. It literally launched a week ago. So very excited that we also have that part of the South African deliveries. But in just to close it off and just reiterate, you can literally start with X39, and what it can do for you is groundbreaking. Just to quickly talk about some testimonies. So when we started with this, it was 5 of us 18 months ago. We had a handful of testimonies. We created this Telegram testimonies channel, and this has now grown to over 700 testimonies, some written, some video testimonies. Sorry, over 140 different categories. And this is just increasing as people are seeing results for new conditions. Just on this note, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a medical professional. I just like helping people. If you're dealing with any serious conditions, please always go speak to your doctor first, or better yet, get them in touch with us so they can speak to us. So just couple of the categories here. I mean, we're talking serious things. There's eyesight improvement, brain fog. We're seeing great results within animals. Uh, Anything you can think of. Are we curing these conditions? No, I'm not saying that. Some of these conditions are very, very serious. And even if we could get improvement on some of these conditions, at least it's going the right way. Yes, in some cases, we see major turnarounds, but it depends on the severity of it and how long a person's had it. But it's amazing that we see results for kidneys and anything liver related, any form of inflammation, hearing, bone healing, shingles, that's popping up a lot lately. Um, Cerebral palsy, nerve damage, reverse aging, HIV and AIDS, digestion problems, bowel palsy, depression. I mean, the list just goes on and on and on. Brain trauma, brain injuries. We're seeing incredible results with people that had strokes, um, rheumatoid arthritis, just your normal arthritis. I mean, it's inflammation, osteoarthritis. It's all inflammation, and the patch is really good at going after that. Lupus, scoliosis. I mean, there's things on this list. I can't even tell you what it is. I will have to go Google to go see exactly what this is. So the scope for helping people here is really, really big. And where my heart is at, there's 24 people on the call. I know in your sphere of influence, you know some people suffering with these conditions, and we've got hope in the form of a patch. So if you want more info on X39, please go to this website. It's called thisisatinfo.com. It is really, really well put together. This was put together from the team that we are in from America, Stephen Gina Merritt. The team is called This Is It. And they've put together this website to explain everything regarding X39, where it started, the clinical trials, the patents, there's testimonies in there, and it explains everything from start to finish. There's also a little flag in the top left corner, and you can click on it depending where you are in the world. You can click on the language and it will translate immediately. So please go dig a bit deeper. There's quite a bit of info there, and it's really, really nicely put together. So what are the prices? We just need to compare apples with apples. Stem cell treatments are expensive. In South Africa, they start at about 60,000 Rand and it can go up to R1,000,000. One of the people that we're working with in America, his son is autistic. He's gone for stem cell injections to Mexico. Very expensive exercise, a lot more expensive than $10,000 a treatment. And he had very, very little results with his son. Like very little result. 1 year he went and he did it twice. Somebody told him about X39, and what happened to his son in the first 90 days is just incredible. They patched him for a week. A week later, he was swinging on a swing for the first time. They were like, could this be the patches? They weren't sure. They're like, let's just keep patching him. A month later, he was riding on a Peloton bicycle for the first time, just better brain cognition. And it's now over 1.5 years later, and he started saying words. Is he completely cured from autism? No, but it's made a huge improvement in the family dynamic. And yeah, I mean, it's all with these little patches. So there's a retail price. X39, X49 works out to 149.95. In South African Rand, it's about 3,400 Rand. Just know with these prices, you need to add VAT and delivery. And including that, it's about 3,400 Rand for the retail price. The other products is about 79.95. That's about 1,900 Rand, and that's for a month's supply. Why would you want to pay retail if you can get it at wholesale prices? So when you register with LifeWave, you can get it at the wholesale price. X39, X49 is 99.95, which is about 2,400 Rand. And the others vary between 49.95 and 69.95, which is about 1,250 rand to 1,700 rand. And just know how that works is if you order one of any of the other products, it's 69.95. If you order two, you get it for 59.95. And if you order three, you get it for 49.95. So they do give you a bit of a discount on the price when you buy it in bulk. So just to touch on the different enrollments kits. So there's 5 packages. I'm going to go through them quickly. The bronze package actually works out the most expensive. It's for 1 month supply. It's about 2,800, 2,900 where the dollar is now. That's for one sleeve. That's for your first month. After that, to get the product at cost, they charge a $25 registration fee. And then it works out to $99.95, which is about $2 for a month after that. I recommend that people start at silver because it works out a little cheaper. You get 3 sleeves of X39 for about 6,800 rand. It's like $299.95. And then I at least know that people have enough patches for their 90-day protocol. That's for one person. If you want to patch more than one person, I recommend people come in at gold. That's about 11,000 rand. It's 499.95. It's 5.5 sleeves of X39. You can mix and match them. Just that 0.5 sleeves. They didn't cut one of the X39s in half. They give you a free complimentary product of any of the other products to try. So the saving of buying in bulk just gets more and more. You save about $40 to sign up at silver. You save about just over $100, just under $100 when you buy gold. And then let's say you want to patch your whole family. We have a diamond kit that works out to about 35,000 rand. It's 19 sleeves of X39, 19 months supply, and the price actually comes down to about $84 a sleeve. That's the cheapest that you could get it for. So what I like about LoveWave, you can always upgrade through these kits. You can start at bronze, upgrade to silver, only pay the difference, and you get the difference in stock. And I think that's very, very fair. So just some of the statistics. When Chris presented this to me, the first thing I asked him, how long has this company been around? And when he told me at that stage it was 18 years, I had this big sigh of relief. I don't like startups. That means one thing for me is stability. They've been around, and if you see the growth they've seen since they launched X39, you're going to be very impressed. So just on that note, between 2020 and 2022, this company 10x their turnover. And this was partly during COVID. And before X39, they had a bunch of products. They launched X39 literally in 2020 and 10x their turnover. Just that should tell you that there is something with this patch. And this all happened partly during COVID. Last year, we did about $420 million for the year. We can ship this product to about 87 countries at the moment. And just to mention something, all the products are patented. There's over 180 patents for these products. And what I like about it, it's in a complete class of its own. This is not a Me Too product. This isn't like my powder or my pill is better than your pill. This wakes up the body's own stem cells. And what we're seeing in people's health is just groundbreaking. There's nothing on the planet that can do what this does. And it's doing it without drugs and medication. And it's patented. So that means we got no competition. These patents are for the next 17 years. They'll renew them. And I really, really like that. X39 is in a complete class of its own. So there's a place for everybody within LifeWave. You can either just sign up as a client and use the product, and I highly, highly recommend you do. But if this is something that you want to share with people, which I almost feel obligated to do, then you can do that. And what's most important in your life? Family time, freedom, security, travel, better health, less debt. When I first looked at this slide, I was like, I want all of these things. So what I love about X39 is we've got a product that's unmatched, that can make such a profound difference in people's health. And the way they've done this is if you share this with a couple of your friends, you can pay for yours and use it for the rest of your life. And I just quickly want to touch on the business side. For me, the highlight of the show is X39. I'm just touching on the business side very, very quickly. I know this is not for everybody, but let me quickly just run through it. So there's a compensation plan. We're working on a binary structure. The core of what we're doing on the business side is getting people to manager. And that's as simple as knowing 4 people. You sign up 2 people on your left leg, you sign up 2 people on your right leg, you go manager. And what I love about this binary plan, it's unlimited depth, and you can earn up to $25,000 a week from the binary. Now, I know that sounds far-fetched. You can earn 25 a week, a month, a year. It depends on you. I personally have met leaders in America that's maxed out their binary, and that is super, super exciting. We can help people in such a big way and also turn it into dollars, which is very, very powerful in South Africa. Just quickly, I want to touch on the matching bonus. What I love about the matching bonus, if I just go back, the binary is limited to 25K a week. That's actually the only reason why the math makes sense on the compensation plan. There's a cap. You can't earn more than 25K a week. In the matching bonus, it is completely unlimited, and I love that. If you put in the work, the sky is the limit. So how it works is, let's say you've registered a friend and they make $1,000 a week. You'll get 25% of that, which is $250. Let's say they bring in a person and that person on your second level makes $1,000 a week. You'll make $200 of that. And this goes 3 levels deep. Yes, there are requirements, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But this for me is very, very exciting. So we have weekly Zoom calls in our team. We have an incredible community. It's Monday to Wednesday. This is actually a team call that I do just for my community on a Tuesday night. We do trainings. Please go plug into these calls and see how this product is changing people's lives. I just quickly wanted to show you a little video of a dog that we patched. I actually met the owner of this dog on the weekend at our convention, and I just quickly want to show you his results here. Shame, this little Dachshund was completely paralyzed in its back legs. Look here. Shame, just dragging there. After 4 days, just look there. I would say like 90% better. Just look at that. Isn't that amazing? Let me just stop my share there. So guys, that's pretty much it from me. And I don't know why LifeWave landed on your table. I don't know why. Maybe you have somebody close to you that is sick, or maybe you're tired of working for a boss. Either or, here's hope in the form of a patch. And I can't wait for you to experience the power of what this little patch has. Because you can see there's many people on the call, and yeah, the results we're seeing with people just keep blowing us away every week. Don, I don't know if you maybe want to add something there.
Yeah,
You've now
yeah,
also been working with X39 for a bit. Maybe add your 2 cents there.
yeah. Thanks, Wilson, for this fabulous power presentation. I think the takeouts of me is the company LifeWave is a 20-year-old company with more than 180 patents. And we are in 100 countries. It tells you this is a legit company. And in South Africa, we are just a year and a half, and we haven't even scratched the surface.
Yes.
And I must say to echo your statement X39 is on a class of its own. And if I see the compensation plan, I feel like I must run. But the beauty about this is the testimonies we are seeing in more in 100 countries are amazing. That's why I'm obligated to share this with everyone who I know I can change their health and I can improve their income. Thank you so much for this fabulous presentation.
Thank you so much, Don. Yes, you touched on so many things there that's close to my heart. What we're seeing with people's health in our community is mind-blowing. And you don't actually see the power of it before you haven't shared it with a couple people close to you. And I really, really urge you, if this is the first time you look at it, just try it. It could really make a big difference in your life. This could mean everything or nothing. It depends on the person. And I'll get you where you at. Um, all I could say is that this landed on your table for a reason, and don't just look at this with one eye. Take this seriously. Get back to the person that shared this presentation with you. Ask them how to get involved. Um, is there any questions? I see we have a bunch of new people on the call. I see a whole bunch of people joined us there. Um, so if anybody's got any questions or any comments, what did you like most about the presentation? Any comments would be great. You're welcome to raise your hand there. Any questions? Normally, if everybody's quiet,
Desiree has a hand up. Hi, Des. Unmute. Can we unmute her? Hello, Des.
Hi. Hi,
Yes, you
Don.
are. Hi there, Des.
Um, what has attracted me besides my health, my spiritual growth, my mental focus? It's given me direction. And direction in is there for everybody. It doesn't matter what your age is, it doesn't matter what your belief is. It doesn't matter where you come from, where you're going to. Your past is your past, and this is a new beginning. And it's given to all of us. It doesn't matter your age. It's just so phenomenal. And I would just like to say thanks to Wilson for introducing me to this particular project, because I've been doing quantum healing for many years. And this is just surpassed anything that I can even tell you about. And it's legit, it's got patents, it's just the most amazing thing. And I want to say thank you. And team, just go for it. It just helps humanity, helps our light, helps our sharing, helps our build our community. The big thing is we've lost community, guys, with all this isolation and stuff that's been going on. And we need to build our community. So like-minded people all working together for a common goal. And the integrity of this product is just so phenomenal that we are just all magnificent beings. Thank you.
yeah. Thank you so much, Desiree. Yes, every time I see Desiree, I just smile because she's literally getting younger every week. I don't know if
Yes,
anybody
yes,
saw Desiree 6 months
yes.
ago. It's the same with her husband, Josh. Every time I see them, they just look better. Desiree was actually the very first person that I told about X39, and to see what it's done in their family, I sleep really, really well at night. And guys, thank you for that, Desiree. Thank you for Don for always just inviting people. This is something worth sharing because what it can do for people is absolutely groundbreaking. So if there's no questions or extra comments, let's take this in for a landing. I like to keep this under 45 minutes, and I've been getting that right. So, guys, thank you for every single person that's joined us. We do this every Tuesday. If you know of somebody in pain or dealing with any serious issues, come join us again next week. This could maybe make a big difference in their lives. And yes, please just get back to the person that invited you here. and looking forward to speaking to you guys next week. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Desiree.
Thanks, everybody. Good
Everyone,
night.
have a great week
Night,
further.
night,
Cheers, eh?
Yes.
night.
Bye-bye.